Hi everyone, this is Noah Sandler from Mtgo Academy, and today we're going to be doing a vintage cube draft. So let's get started. We do have a Yogwell in the pack, which is the very best card for going Storm. And I usually am not a big fan of Storm, but Yogwell is one of the few cards that if you can guarantee that you're going to end up with one, it makes it so much easier to go off. So I think I'm going to take that. Also a Gilded Lotus, Leering Souls, Pestermite. Can probably table the Empty the Warrens from this pack, or Dark Petition. So yeah, let's take Will. Let's go for Storm. Lion's Eye Diamond's the best card here for Storm. I might just take it. It's something that usually tables, but I would like to force other people out of Storm, and there's nothing really else here for Storm. Anticipate and Careful Study are like 23rd cards in Storm. So I'll take Diamond. I am planning on forcing it from this point. It's really hard to move out once you're going in with cards like these. So I could take a Regrowth, or I could give myself a chance at getting out, taking Elspeth, Frostite, Inferno Titan, pretty powerful cards, Pack Rat. I feel like Regrowth probably wheels, unless if someone is in Storm, and then I should maybe move out. So I might take Elspeth, just in case. Here, Grim Tutor. It's not the greatest Storm card. It's a little expensive as a tutor, but we do have a Yogwell. Could also take Factor Fiction. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, if this is your only tutor, then you're pretty happy to take it. Otherwise, Factor Fiction might be better. I think I'll take Foff. Also, if Storm is not open, Factor Fiction plus Elspeth's a good start to a blue-white control deck. Okay, there's a Crucible, which can be good with Fast Bond, but there's no Zern Orb. And there's Ancient Tomb, Marsh Flats, Sundering Titan, Shelduck Isle. That can be okay in Storm. So Crucible, play land cards from your graveyard. Yeah, I don't think Crucibles don't do anything in Storm. So I think it's Shelduck or Marsh Flats. Maybe just Marsh Flats. It also goes well in the blue-white control deck. Through the Breach, Garrick. It's not looking like Storm's really open. Best card for Storm is probably Catacombs, so could take a Treasure Cruise. I mean, this is not looking like a good blue-white deck either. I mean, Garrick is nice. Through the Breach. Could try to do an Emrakul type thing. This is a pretty ugly start. I think I'm going to take a Cruise. It's not the best Storm card either. Nah, I'll take a Catacombs. Give myself one more chance. I mean, sometimes there's just not Storm cards in the pack, so you don't know if you're getting cut necessarily. But it's not looking good. Overgrown Tomb, Savannah, Woodfall Primus, Living Death. I mean, probably just Tomb. The Living Death could give me an out into, like, when you, I think if you have a bunch of random cards in your drafts going poorly in Storm, I think you should try to take potentially extremely powerful cards, like combo pieces, and then just card draw and see if you can get them all together. Living Death could be that, but I still think I'm just going to take the Overgrown Tomb. And now Watery Grave, Faithless Looting, Ulamog. Feeling pretty iffy about Storm. The Faithless Looting could work well in Storm, or some kind of combo deck. Or a Watery Grave. We have Catacombs Flats for it. Gives us good mana at least. Maybe I'll take Grave. And Academy Rector. There was something... Oh, the Empty the Warrens. Empty the Warrens did come back. It's not the best Storm card either. There's a Lingering Souls, which would be great given our mana base. If we just want to start with this and just do a control deck, maybe. Just did not see much Storm stuff that pack. I'm going to take the Souls. And here, none of these are really good. Revelart could end up okay, but it's pretty bad right now. Smokestack maybe with a bunch of tokens could be okay. And then Lifebane, it's a little hard to cast. Maybe a good sideboard card. I think I'll take Stack. Regrowth came back. I think I'll take the Regrowth just in case. Makeshift Mannequin could end up being good. Sidisi could be okay. Harmonize is possibly decent in Storm. Shallowgrave, Koth, Llanowar Elves. I guess Shallowgrave have some potential for like an Emrakul type deck, but I think through the Breach, unless if it shows up here, I think that might have been taken. Vindicate's really good though. So pretty terrible first pack, but I don't know. Let's see what we can do with it. Suppose we could still be Storm. The Regrowth did come back, and I think that was the best Storm card in the pack. But I feel like moving on to something else. Could be Necromancy. Could maybe be Opposition. That's a little crazy. We have Elspeth and Lingering Souls so far. There's Necromancy if we want to be Reanimator. I don't hate taking Opposition, because we have two good token makers so far. Not really sure what we're going to do though. I guess blue didn't seem really open in the first pack. Maybe Necromancy, try to be Reanimator. I'm going to go with the Opposition. So we have a Karn, a Flooded Strand, Damnation, Golgari Signet. Opposition doesn't work with Damnation too well. Karn could be okay, but we don't have any ramp yet, so I don't like it too much. Signet is alright, but just making black, we already have a lot of black fixing. I was kind of looking to lean more into blue. Might just take a Strand. Just keep us open. Elspeth's a really nice pickup, because that goes great with the Opposition. And, yep, just giving up on Storm. Jite, Blade Splicer, Battlesphere, Misty Rainforest, and Inquisition. So Jite could be cool. I'm trying to get a lot of creatures. Blade Splicer, though, is really important, too. This makes two creatures for Opposition, and it's an early drop. And currently I don't have any like early creatures, so Jite is not great. I think I just take Splicer. I'm not sure that it actually tables. Battlesphere is also nice, but I want just some early stuff I can use Opposition with. Deranged Hermit. I think Revoker might be the best pick. Opens up potential for Tinker as just an early drop. Unexpectedly Absent. Wingmare is nice against Storm. There's probably a Storm back in the queue. Painful Truths also could be good. We are 3 colors. Maybe I take that. It's like a draw 3. But I want to get more creatures for Opposition, so Revoker, Truths, kind of close. I think I'm going to go with the Truths. It's probably not playing Overgrown Tomb. So Dismember, Sword, Duress, Relic Warder. I think just Dismember. This deck's looking a little better. Can maybe get the Smokestack in. I don't know. It also, it's not like the greatest Opposition card. Also, don't have to actually be opposition. We could just be black-white tokens, but we're pretty shallow if that's the case. The Nighthawk we could fit in. We could also try to splash opposition, just go hard 3 colors. Fixing is looking pretty good right now. And the deck's going to be underpowered, so I don't mind taking risks. Okay, some good stuff here. Sphinx is a little rough. I love Thoughtseize. I feel like just taking that. And Reflector Mage would be good. Give us a creature for opposition. And yeah, Sphinx is good if we get a Tinker. But otherwise is not that great, so I'll just take Thoughtseize. And Ophiomancer seems really good with opposition, so we'll take that. Also great with Smokestack, so maybe Smokestack is going to make the cut at the moment. This would be a good Bitter Blossom deck. Necromancy doesn't seem that great. Brain Maggot seems very good as a creature that can opposition and some disruption. Linvala really good against green, like green ramp decks, shuts off all their elves, but I think Brain Maggot's the pick. We don't want Una's Prowler, but Tasker could be good. Nothing here really. Silverblade Paladin can be good against like Storm decks that aren't interactive because it just ramps the damage up, but isn't going to be in the main deck. Okay, Declaration of Stone. Not a huge fan of that. I don't like taking a 1-for-2 with removal. Buried Alive, not doing that. I'll just hate a Hermit. What's worse for us? Freylaze or Wildfire? Probably Wildfire is worse. I also didn't get the feeling that the person next to us was in green in pack 1. So our deck looks pretty fair to begin with. On the other hand, we do have a good amount of disruption, and I found that having disruption can help you just beat the unfair decks. Not a good pack. Scalding Tarn. Not going to run that many islands. Belville Strix is pretty strong. Not really a Deluge deck. Inkwell if we tinkered, but we don't have any artifacts, so just a Smokestack. But Strix is good with Smokestack and opposition, so we'll take that. Demonic Tutor. Ooh, I'd love a Bitter Blossom. Can't really pass Tutor, though. It does just grab opposition. But hopefully Bitter Blossom comes back. That's a really good card for this deck with opposition, with Smokestack. But I feel like Tutor is probably better. Better late game card for sure. Go for the Throat. I do like Leyline. Geist of St. Traft. I'm just not a big Geist fan. It's nice against Storm. I don't think we want Wrath of God. There might be a matchup where we'd want it. I'm looking at the Leyline of Sanctity. Also Go for the Throat. That's a good removal spell. It will take Go for the Throat. But Leyline, you know, when you can actually hard cast it, it might just fully hard counter Storm. And it's really good against mono red. So it's a pretty powerful sideboard card. But I think it's just Go for the Throat. I mean, it could give me some lucky wins. I feel like someone is Storm. Let's take it. Probably a little spewy pick, but let's take a chance on it. It can definitely just win games. Coercive Portal, Spellskite. I like Portal. Don't like anything else here. Yeah, Portal, just draw an extra card per turn. That's a good card. Got a Braids. Land tax could be cool. Let's take Braids. Seems to fit what we're doing. Hollowed Fountain. That's pretty important. Shriekmaw is nice. And Baneslayer is really good too. I think, I think we're going to run the opposition. So we need some more fixing, I think. Baneslayer pretty strong though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fixing. Ooh, really, really powerful pack. Hymn to Torque is amazing. Silumgar also really, really, really good. Might be him though. I think with Smokestack, I think our deck is just going to play a pretty low curve and be able to remove any two cards from opponents or random cards from opponent's hand is a really great way to start to set up a Smokestack or a Braids. So I think that's the more important card here. We have a Temple, a Looter. I think Temple is good. Port maybe. We don't want Lightning Greaves. Oh, we got the Bitter Blossom back. That's great. So that worked out really well. And we got the Go for the Throw back. Okay. So I don't know if that made taking Leyline the correct pick. But still, though, I mean, it can almost be a win against Mono Red and Storm, two of the more powerful decks in the cube. And I'm pretty sure someone Storm. And there has to be a Mono Red deck, too. I've heard that Desecration Demon is bugged, and I don't want to abuse a bug. Like, you can't. It's not okay to do that. I just feel like maybe hating it, but I'm gonna hate the Mystical. I think that's the more important card to hate. Voice, Needle Spires, maybe. Maybe Ravine. Wall Blossoms is pretty good against what we're trying to do. Creature that draws a card and it can sack it to Braids or Smokestack. So, all in all, I think the deck ended up okay. It has a good amount of disruption, has good mana. Might even run the Port. I'm doing a lot of mana denial, so Port becomes better. But the casting costs in the deck are pretty rough. Still, very good fixing. So I think these casting costs are fine, just I don't know if I can also fit a Port in. So this is 6, so we just need to play one more spell and we're good. Could just be Declaration of Stone. Though you give your opponent a clue and then they sack it to your Smokestack. That seems really bad. Other than that, Yogwill lets us recast Thoughtseize, play land from the graveyard, Demonic Tutor, maybe him. Doesn't seem that great. I mean, even a small Yogwill could be good, considering the kind of game we're playing. If we just Yogwill, play a fetch out of the graveyard, and then Thoughtseize, like, that puts us ahead on cards. And the point of this deck is just to get ahead on cards. We just don't have other good options of what to play. Gonna play one more. Mannequin. Nah, Mannequin's not good. Paladin is tough to cast. I think it's Declaration or it's Will, and I think it's just Will. So I think, like, killing a creature and then giving them a permanent to sacrifice is the opposite of what we're trying to do with this deck. So we're gonna go Will. I feel like potentially I underrate Will a little bit in more fair decks. It can be really, really good late game. If you flood out and then you draw Will, you get to cast multiple cards per turn. But it just sits in your hand a lot of time, and it does cost a decent amount of mana. Like, you have to, if you just want to recast a Go for the Throat, you're paying 5 mana for your Go for the Throat. But this seems good. Let's add lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 sources of blue currently. So we can play 2 islands. That gives us 8 sources. That's a ton for opposition, but we probably go less, go 7. Then 2 plains, 3, 4, 5, 6, Catacombs does not get white. Yeah, so we have 6 sources. I think we could go 9. And then black, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lot of black, but we want a lot of black, so this seems pretty good. We get to run one more land. I guess I'll do an island. No. Maybe one more black. We want a lot of black. Okay, we'll submit, and I'll see you for round 1. Okay, ready for round 1? We'll play first. And okay. Decent hand. Oh, Tasker reminds me, I could have considered running the Overgrown Tomb to make it easier to activate Tasker. I think that might be reasonable. But also might just be not worth having to pay 2 life in other occasions. Opponent goes to 6. So we can tutor for something. Could be a Bitter Blossom, a Swamp. Yeah, it's gotta be a Swamp now. I mean, I guess like a Marsh Flats or Catacombs. So I could get a Watery Grave. Well, it looks like opponent could be on Storm. Maybe Jund. And we draw Swamp. So let's see, what they do with these? Put a card on top. The opponent could just be going off next turn if there's Storm. So we have the choice between him and Nighthawk. One cool thing about waiting on him is that they get to draw the card that they were hoping to get on top. So maybe increases what we're going to hit with him a little bit. That said, I think we just go with him. I think we're going to go Braids the turn after. Oh, we hit Tendrils, Memory Jar. That's interesting. Tendrils usually isn't the card you want to hit, but we do have Yogwill, so I don't know. Might work out okay for us. Hitting Memory Jar could have been good if that's the draw 7 that they plan on using. In general, I feel like that was not the best him. It could have been better. But this Braids is going to be really... Oh, Ophiumancer. Let's get Watery Grave. I guess this lets opponent go off for 1 less, but Braids plus Ophiumancer should just be the game. I mean, they have to sacrifice permanent this upkeep. They have to go off, like, now, or it's game over. And they might be able to. Okay, they have Dark Ritual. Dark Petition. Oh, the Tendrils gave them an extra spell for it. What are they getting? Because they don't have Yogwill. Do they have extra floating? No. So they just get 3 mana. What can they do with 3 mana? They can't... They don't have blue mana, so they can't, like... They can't Wheel of Fortune or Time Twister. I mean, they might just be petitioning and conceding. Maybe they have removal for Braids. For they're searching for Grim Tutor. What? What is happening? Okay. That's interesting. Maybe they're gonna treasure cruise. Either way, let's just drop Ophiomancer. Oh, maybe they're trying to get to their Shelldock Isle. That's probably it. That's why they remove one extra card from their deck. Because Shelldock is like their way to win, but okay, Ancestral. It's a reasonable card there. But I don't know, it's gonna be hard for them to go off. They're not doing it this turn. So we can just sacrifice the snake. Let's play some creatures out. Nighthawk helps us gain some life, get us out of range of tendrils. And Ancestral put them really close to Shelldock. So now just like a Brainstorm could let them cast it, but I mean, I'm still not seeing what they get. Yeah, I just concede. Okay, and great news is we did take that Leyline of Sanctity, so that's coming in. I think Silverblade Paladin could come in to just beat down more quickly. Port, probably want to make room for Port. Opposition's a little slow. Course of Portal's too slow for sure. Elspeth says Champion's probably too slow. Don't need Dismember. Most likely don't need Dismember. Sometimes they have Palancron. So we're at 40. Go for the Throat for sure goes. I guess Elspeth could come in. I don't know. Maybe Portal is just better than Elspeth. But Elspeth with like opposition could be good. So we have the Yogwill. We have 18 lands. Oh yeah, Brain Maggots, Him, Thoughtseize, those are amazing. I guess the Silver Blade isn't doing too much, but it's probably better than an Elspeth. Or I mean, it's probably better than like a Portal. The 3s are all good. Vindicate could hit a land. So I guess I just cut Swamp. Wait. I have 18 lands, so I have to put one more card in. I think 18 lands is fine. Considering we just put the Port in, so that means we're going to hit our colors, and then we've got Port, which is sort of like a spell. We want to be porting basically every turn of the game. So I don't mind being a little flooded. Oh, we got the Leyline. Yes, I will keep, and I will play Leyline. Go. Good luck. Opponent just passes back. Is it really that bad? They just pass. I'm trying to discard a Gristlebrand, maybe. Nope, they play a Forest. Could tutor for something. What would I tutor for? I mean, Hymn to Torque is always good. Could get a Vindicate. I think maybe him. Let's see what we got. I mean, Thoughtseize is not bad either. Painful Truths is pretty good, but we don't really want card draw. We want resource denial. And I mean, the Braids certainly could be good. We go Ophiomancer into Braids again, or Smokestack. Braids is probably better. Barely though. Could just be him, but we could also miss with him. tough one. I feel like we should, like, I feel like going for tutor was correct, but we do, like, because we can't just wait a turn. We want to drop Ophiomancer. But, I don't know. Not sure what we should get. Probably something that takes something from their hand, so I might just take the Thoughtseize. I mean, if I know I'm likely to get Thoughtseize, I guess I can just wait one turn. That would be better. Because I can just go tutor for Thoughtseize in the same turn, and then that gives me a little more information. So I might change plans and just go for Braids instead. Okay, they just pass, so let's go for Thoughtseize. Let's see what's up. Yeah, they did have a Gristlebrand. Yeah, they passed their first turn. Kind of seemed like they might have Gristlebrand, and that's what they had. We certainly don't want to make them discard it. Garrett could be annoying. I mean, obviously, Wheel of Fortune is a good card for them. Garrett can make beasts, and we're a little slow on dealing with it. I guess we can Elspeth to fly in an Ophiomancer and hit Garrick. So we probably want to take Wheel. And we go for Fountain and pass. One away from flats into Tassiger. Ooh. Well, I guess we just go Elspeth. So we want to get White Source, just a Plains. Let's get the Elspeth down. So that lets us fly in to attack Garrick, and if not, we go Opposition, and then opponent's locked out of mana for the rest of the game. Got him. So let's fly and kill Garrick, and then I think just play Ophiomancer. That protects our Elspeth, and then gives us enough creatures that when we drop Opposition next turn, we should be good. And I feel pretty safe. Could also go for Hymn to Torok, but I mean, it can just hit Gristlebrand. I think it's unlikely opponent's going to somehow go off next turn. Okay, Shelldock is quite good. Does mean that they have some shot at getting around Opposition, because they can upkeep Shelldock for something. But we still have this Leyline of Sanctity in play, so I don't know. They're in a rough spot. And obviously, once we get Opposition with Elspeth, should just about do it. Not sure what one card they could find that would get them out of this. And Brain Maggot, not bad. Alright, tap down Island. Tap down Savannah. Tap down Forest. And we'll tap down the Beast. Okay. Now we can finally tear apart the rest of their hand. We start with the maggot. They can't target us with Villainous Wealth, but we could take a just take the Bring to Light. I'm not really worried about Gristlebrand. Guess we'll just go for Tassiger. Could we get a little damage in? Let's attack for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Nah, we'll leave it back. No need for that. Let's keep them fully locked down. Storm, like, we know their hands, so we know that they're not going off easily. But if you give them a little mana, it might be just enough to beat you. So let's just take care with this. And that's a better Elspeth. We're 1 mana away. Let's just make another one. I can go for Fact or Fiction. Yeah, I don't mind taking Vindicate here. Attack for 4. Here, I'll just speed this up for you guys. Oath of Druids, well. These players up because the player chooses target player. I have hexproof, they can't target me. So I don't even need to vindicate that. Ooh, that's lethal. Alright. That'll do it. So yeah, disruption decks can beat really broken decks. So cool. See you for round 2. Okay, ready for round 2. Yeah. Really want to draw an island here. If we get island in our first card, then this hand becomes quite good. We just go Baleful Strix into Painful Truths, draw 3. If not, it's a lot weaker. Oh, well. Take a Thoughtseize. It's about as good as drawing Island. So don't care about Banishing Light at the moment. Could just remove the Knight. I mean, Knight is going to be damage. And then just save Vindicate for Hero. You could also take the Hero and just remove the biggest threat. So if opponent draws more threats, I can save Vindicate for those. I mean, the Knight's probably not going to be too much damage before I can deal with it. I changed my mind. I'm going to take the Knight. And We'll just save the Vindicate for the hero. This buys us a lot of extra life. Well, they drew another 2-drop, so makes that play a little worse, but this one we can trade for. Go for the Throat. Well, let's just Painful Truce for 2. Okay, Demonic Tutor can probably find something pretty sick here. A Mox. So they got a hero, and they still have the Banishing Light. But we should be okay, so we can go for the Throat that. Let's go Demonic Tutor so it looks like we're searching for Go for the Throat. And there's a lot of cards we could get that just die to the Banishing Light. Lingering Souls doesn't. Soul seems very good. And we don't have the mana yet to cast a lot of these other powerful cards. I feel like Souls is probably better than Ophiomancer. Plays well against Banishing Light. Tassiger also not bad, but that just gets hit. So we'll do that, and let's kill this. Oof, big Elspeth. So we just need 1 white and we're set. Lingering Soul is going to be really good here. I guess they still have the Banishing Light, but we also have Vindicate for that. But Souls looks amazing here. Swamp, come on. Island or Plains are amazing. Swamp sucks. We'll leave 1 Spirit back. I think we can play the Swamp. I mean, we could lose this if we just can't find blue or white. And opponent plays some good stuff, maybe a sword. Okay, I mean, Figure is legit here. If we get the white, we're fine. Guess it doesn't have trample, right? Yeah. So at least we can chump it for a bunch of turns. But we got the white. So I think we Elspeth and minus it. Power 4 or greater. And then if opponent wants to Banishing Light it, we at least got the max value. We gotta be safe though. Now we need to, let's leave back 3 spirits. They have 2 cards in hand. I don't want to take any chances this turn. I don't want them to be able to, well, okay, that was, I could have sent 2. But yeah, they use Banishing Light on Elspeth. Then we Vindicate the Banishing Light, get Elspeth back, make another token. Seems better to go about it this way rather than just plussing Elspeth first, because then we'd have to -3, and this is just better with the loyalty. Stoneforge. Okay. Game's back on. Stoneforge could be a problem. They get Jite. Jite is not that bad. It's not as good as an Elspeth. Attack with everything. Whoa. Am I missing something? Is there... This seems kind of crazy. There's no, like, Dictate of Heliod. There's no way to instant speed pump this creature. I don't know why they're trading off. They could wait and then GT. Unless like they have balance, maybe? Either way, I think I just have to block. But the only thing that makes sense is balance. Relic Warder. Okay. So it's not balance. Equip GT, sure. Portal, that's great. Like the turn after, they've been saving Relic Warder for a bunch of turns, I'm sure, and then just get the portal there. Game's slowly slipping away for our opponent. Though overall, this might be a decent matchup for them. Like, my Disruption is not quite as good against a White Weenie deck. So I have 2 counters on GT. That means we just need to block with 1 creature. Can't actually kill it, so let's chump it. But GT fills up slower than Elspeth. Mirror Angel is annoying though, but now they're out of stuff. We have Portal going with Elspeth. So it's Homage, right? Yes. Huh. Well, this is what I was talking about with the late game Yogwill. Gosh, we're 1 mana short. Obviously, could just Vindicate. I might just wait a turn, because then I can... Oh, actually, hold on. No, I go Yogwill, I Demonic Tutor for an island, and then I Vindicate. That's a good play. I think we kill the GT. Think so. Angel could end up being worse, but I think we just kill the GT. So it's got 4 counters. It does mean that Angel is going to be able to swing at Elspeth for a turn, but then we can go Baleful Strix, and we should be fine. I feel like getting rid of GT is more important than the Angel, but Angel is also very good. And then plus Elspeth, and pass. So now if we get the other island, we can opposition, and that should just about do it. Putting 1 at Elspeth, 3 at my face. Okay. So just want to prevent the ultimate. That's reasonable. Wingmare. Okay. Let's go Homage. And Island should do it. That's a temple, so it's close. But we can go for Baleful Strix. Oh wait, no, yeah, go for Baleful Strix. Actually, temple first, probably. So get the scry. Okay, bottom. Don't want the bitter blossom. Okay, attack with everything. And we have lethal for next turn. Do we die to Sword of Fire and Ice? No. We don't. I think we're good. I think we go to 1 if they have Sword of Fire and Ice. Spear of Heliod, that's pretty good, but it's not quite enough. That means we were very close to dying. Okay, so that's it. So White Weenie deck, they have a good number of artifacts. Banishing Light, Stoneforge gets Jite. A lot of 1 toughness creatures. Declaration, no. Wildfire would be great against them, but can't pull that off. Yeah, Braids isn't the best, but I still think that we are better able to take advantage of those effects than opponent. We just have ways of making lots of tokens. And we just don't have much we can side in. Just put the 18th land. Mannequin. Declaration. I guess Declaration can buy some time. Like it could kill a Mirror Angel or Hero. I like Bitter Blossom. I like Truths. I like Will. Will was great there. I mean, Braids and Smokestack against White Weenie on the draw is not ideal, but I think we're just going to run this back. And yeah, this is a really good hand. No answers to some of their like most ridiculous cards, but like Jite. We'd want to get like a Hallowed Fountain maybe, but we also might need black. So let's maybe wait on the flats. Yeah, no, we need double black. So we can get Watery Grave. So maybe we want to wait on the flats. But if we wait, we might have to take extra damage. And I think we're going to draw a lot of cards. We should be able to draw into planes anyway. So I think I just go for flats and get Watery Grave. We got the Elspeth on turn 4 that we'd want double white for. Okay, Figure. But Baleful Strix is really good against Figure. Yep, Watery Grave. And then Nighthawk is also very good, because we have a lot of life loss in our hand, but Nighthawk should help out a lot. Yeah, we drew a swamp, but this is fine. So Strix, great there. We got the second white, so now our mana is perfect for the rest of the game. Okay, trade off with the Figure. Happy to do that. Then we go for Nighthawk next turn. Ugh, Stoneforge. Okay. They could also side in a different sword that they might not have in their main. Though, probably they're just running all their swords. They just go for Jite. So... I suppose... I mean, they're not going to be able to Jite this turn, so probably just Nighthawk. then next turn I can either draw some cards or go for souls. Probably souls, because it lets me, like, it most likely lets me trade. Okay, Banishing Light. So I still get through for some damage. So I've probably got to go for souls here. Ooh, Vindicate. Well, we want the Vindicate for the Jite. So let's still just go for souls. So souls, if they go for a Jite, lets us just trade for one of their creatures. And then next turn we can Vindicate the Jite, so they'll just gain 4 life, and then followed up with Lingering Souls, Flashback. So we've got their board taken care of at the moment. They have 3 other cards in hand, and then we've got Painful Truths plus Fact or Fiction. So we have a lot more card draw. So yeah, I think we just block Hound. Go for the Throat. That's a good draw too. So, play Plains. 2, 3, Vindicate Jite, then Flashback Souls, and we've got their whole board taken care of. So we're kind of even on board, but I have a ton of stuff in hand. They just have 3 cards. And my deck just has more powerful cards anyway. And Lingering Souls. I mean, next turn, if they go for like Hero, I can just go for the Throat and Fact or Fiction. That's going to put me really far ahead on tempo and cards. Spear, alright, you get to attack. You got me. Oh, Yogwill. Yogwill's going to be nice. Especially if we Fact or Fiction. Guess we play land, attack for 2, go for the Throat the Mystic, Foff end of turn. Fact or Fiction should help out our will a little bit, but it should be a good will. Guess they could get Resto Angel. Maybe I should have just done it main. Alright. We have a Gideon. Yeah, Gideon's pretty good. It makes a 3/3. And then I can't immediately kill it with the Flyers. But I do have Yogwill. Ooh, and I have Opposition. I don't think they're going to be Opposition and Elspeth. I think I'm going to have to choose between them. But the Yogwill could actually get the Opposition. I mean, Elspeth seems insane here. They might even just do Elspeth versus. Yeah, I have to take the Elspeth. It's too good on this board. Sort of 2 creatures of Gideon. Gideon. It's looking really good. And we got this really sick Yogwill at some point. 3, 4. We can play a land, get 5 mana. So we could go for Vindicate plus go for the Throat. If we wait and we get another land, we can actually Vindicate, go for the Throat, or Vindicate, Baleful Strix, and Dismember. We could always just go for Opposition and get the lock. Now, do we want to trade with the ally token? Do we want to trade with the ally? Or just chump? I think we want to trade. Fetters. Okay. The trade makes going for opposition a bit weaker, but opposition is now not now, like, we don't have a combo opposition right now. Okay, they make another 3/3 swamp. So we get to kill Gideon, and we can Painful Truths, which is certainly painful. Our Yogwill can do Vindicate on Banishing Light, maybe, and go for the throat on the token, and then we kill Gideon. Oh wait, no, we can Vindicate the Face Fetters. Yeah, that's way better. So play Swamp. Vindicate Face Fetters. Could also Baleful Strix. It's probably better than go for the throat. Yeah, it's definitely better. Make the 1/1s, and then attack Gideon. Alright. Yogwill really proving itself. I mean, I can't believe that I was like thinking about cutting it for how amazing it's been. But as I said, like, I like it with Tutor, with Thoughtseize, with him, just these cheap removal spells, also with the fetches, and then just like a late game card you can just kind of tutor from your graveyard. Here, I think I trade off the soldiers again. Baleful Strix might end up being better. It's my one flying creature. So opponent is a Mirror Angel. Okay, Orchid gets them a Plains. They're trying to fight back on card advantage. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. Alright, just dumping stuff on their board. One card in hand. Portal's great. So I don't think I even need to cast the Painful Truths. But I can go for Tasigur. I can go for Portal. Don't want to get decked, but I don't think I'm going to be. For 5, just leave opposition in the graveyard. Whoops. So I could just Tasker here and hope to hit opposition if I like mill 2 lands. Okay, opponent's had enough. Alright, so yeah, I mean, this draft started off so poorly with the Lion's Eye Diamond, Yogwill, and then just no Storm. And there was that pick where I could have just taken a Regrowth to force Storm, but I took the Elspeth, and, you know, just thinking like, maybe we can backdoor into something. Got the Factor Fiction. The first pack was just awful, and then, you know, saw a little bit of light, seeing a Lingering Souls and some mana fixing, and here we are, headed into the finals. So I will see you next round. And we're back. Playing first, and this is a great hand. Brain Maggots, just disrupt whatever my opponent's doing into Lingering Souls Portal. So we're getting ahead on cards in a lot of ways. You know, that's what this deck is about. Though this could be the mono-red menace that we're facing. Okay, Island probably good for us. Brain Maggot could do some work. What do we have? Huh. A lot of interesting cards here. So their hand isn't that good. I mean, they might have Crucible, Strip Mine, or Geddon. I mean, Metamorph, could definitely just take the Metamorph. They have Resto plus Click. That is annoying. They can't cast Click yet. Linvala, I don't think is a big problem. Like, I feel like Resto's probably better. So I'm thinking about just taking the Metamorph, since opponent could just play it on Brain Maggot and like hit my portal. I guess that's not terrible, but I mean, eventually Metamorph is going to be about as good as anything else. Now let's go for Metamorph. So Linvala, Crucible, Resto, Click. I think we're going to be... I think it's going to come down to this portal giving us 2 cards a turn. Try to beat what opponent's doing. The Layering Souls is going to do too much. Yeah, Ophium Answer is good. I feel like that's a little better than Souls. Does more damage immediately. And then... well, we'll see if they drew the island for Click. I guess if they click my portal, that's pretty bad. No, they didn't. Okay. That's great news. Just play Crucible Worlds, that's fine. If they get Strip Mine, it sucks, but... oh, Thoughtseize. Not ready for Thoughtseize, just want a portal, I think. I mean, if the card's in an opponent's hand, I'm thinking, like, what did I really want to get rid of? Like, nothing really jumps out to me. And Portal just seems like a higher impact play. Like, I get rid of Arresto Angel, they just play Linvala. It doesn't change anything. Okay, Brainstorm. I mean, at least they're brainstorming now and not in response to my Thoughtseize. Still not really sure what we would take with the Thoughtseize. Like, Resto Angel's annoying. But no matter what, they're going to get a 3/4 flyer. And Click is not too bad, and they can't cast it yet. Maybe next turn after the Brainstorm. They could just go for Strip Mine if they find it. Ooh, Balance. Wow, that's a good one. So, 3 lands, sacrifice the rest. That's tough. I think we want double black. So let's do this. I mean, double white is good too, but have to make a decision. Balance, what a draw. I mean, maybe they had it the turn before. I could have Thoughtseize, but I probably just drew it. Oh yeah, they just drew it off the Brainstorm. At least they have to discard a couple cards. Oh, they just discard Revel Arc land, and it can get the land back with the Crucible. And they get the Metamorph back. Wow. I mean, I gotta Thoughtseize the Metamorph now, because it can copy my portal. That was a huge play. That was not particularly fair. But game's not over. We do have a portal out. We have a Yogwell. Just gotta go Thoughtseize on Metamorph. And they have an Ashiok. Linvala and Resto. Okay, it's got to be Metamorph. Six sequence of plays by my opponent. It'd be great if I could get up to 6 mana and go Yogwell, Brain Maggot, Thoughtseize, if I have time for that. Okay, just a Linvala. Let's keep going Homage. Let's throw out Strix. I guess we're going to go Temple. So Temple first. Oh, we could draw into something we'd want to cast, so I'll go Strix first. Okay, Temple. Tasigur. Yeah, Tasigur has to be good. Opponent has Resto Angel. Now I'm starting to forget what they had. Excuse me, they have Ashiok, Resto. I mean, Tasigur just has a 4/5 is pretty good. Wool Souls. I don't want to exile too much of my graveyard for being able to Yogwell. And I could actually just go for the Yogwell next turn. They just pass, so they have Resto. Let's go Homage. But we could also wait. I do like Tasigur. We could Tasigur and then use it. Though we'd have to exile our whole graveyard. I don't want to do that. So what about the Yogwell play? So opponent had Ashiok, and then it's going to force out their Resto, but then we don't know what else they have. So I don't know yet how good that play is going to be. So I probably want to go for Tasigur first. I could just cast it for full. Just pay 6. I could also just use the Marsh Flats. Then I could get Flats back. So I could exile the Plains, but that doesn't do too much. Hope I don't get dazed here. But with the Yogwell, I think I want to keep my graveyard intact. All those cards are good. Oh, that's right, I can't use it because of Linvala. For a second there I said I could use Tasigur this turn. So here comes the Resto. Opponent held the Resto. Are they just wrathing here? If they attack, they are. Okay, they're not. Alright, so Homage. Pretty happy just to sit back here. Oh, okay. Well, they have Crucible. I wonder if I could actually get them low enough on permanence with Stack and Braids that they have to just sacrifice everything. Like, they get one free one every turn, but I could also go Yogwell and get Ophiomancer back. Can I Yogwell for 7 here? Yes, I can. Though it's not optimal. I can start with just attacking with Tasigur, see what happens. Also, enough time has passed, I kind of just want to see what's in their hand. So, taking 4. I mean, things were looking good for me. I might as well just throw the smokestack out there if I'm not doing anything else. If they throw out braids, opponent sacks a land and they can replay it, but it also means they can't replay the land that they just drew. But it might just be best to get stack out. One, two, three, 6, 7. I could also Yogwill, Ophiomancer, Thoughtseize. Or I guess I can Thoughtseize, see what happens, and then go from there. Maybe I do that. Let's do that. Oh no, that's actually not the best. I can't get. I can get a light on the graveyard actually. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. So Yogwill. Thoughtseize. I mean, I can play the Resto just to protect it. Okay. Oh, wait, it's non-angel. Keep forgetting that. It's kind of random. Okay. Well, And Click could be annoying. Sphinx's Rev helps them recover. Ashiok is a little tough for me to deal with at the moment. Ashiok might be the worst. It also means, like, if they draw a swamp, it doesn't get them anywhere, where they have to spend 2 turns on double blue spells. So, kind of like the Ashiok. And then I guess I should probably just go for Brain Maggot. No. I think the Ophiomancer with the braids is going to be really good. Tough call, though. I mean, Click? Like, how bad is a Sphinx's Rev? It's for 4? No, it's for 3. That's pretty annoying. Ashiok, opponent trades. It's hard for me to really get Ashiok low. It's going to sit and play for a while. So I think I want the Ashiok, and then, yeah, I think I just hope they don't get clicked. Go for Ophiomancer. If they miss out on an island for a turn, then that's amazing. Looks like they did. So that's huge for me. Like, that puts them so far behind because I got to cast both those spells. It's gonna take them a while. What did they draw? Okay, just a Signet. Oh, they would have been able to cast Ashiok. So my logic there, I think, worked out pretty well. I mean, results and all, but the idea that, like, if I leave them with both, then they're obviously going to be able to... Oh! Alright, I think this game's just about to end. We Crucible. We kill Crucible. Wait, what am I doing with my mana? Kill Crucible. Attack with Tassiger and the Snake. And drop the Braids. Yeah, we'll kill that one. Oof. Thought it would give me a chance to do something, but almost messed me up. Go for Braids. I want to get the opponent to start sacking immediately. Okay. They sack a creature. I guess we're just hoping that they top deck Wrath of God here. I mean, Wrath would be good, but I'm still probably winning. I can Demonic Tutor for an Elspeth. So even if they have Wrath, I think I'm good. I mean, I guess I just have just about lethal. 5. I have lethal. Well, okay, they have Sphinx's Rev. Is there some way I can kill them? Let's get the card first. Probably just a snake. 6, 7, 9. That's plenty of damage. Let's go Demonic Tutor. And probably just getting Elspeth. Oh, I could get Opposition. Yeah, it's going to be Opposition. Yeah. So 7, they have 7. They could drop a click on upkeep. I guess it... We'll have to sack 1 permanent. I guess I could attack for 2. They can click me for my stack. So we got the Braids Resolve first. Oh, we also get the token from Ophiomancer, so could have 1 extra to tap with. And it's so hard to play perfectly in Cube. There's just so many interactions going on. It's very easy to miss minor stuff like that. Whoa! They just took themselves out of double blue. I think they just messed that up. Oh, no, no, no. They got double blue. Okay, they're undoing. Yeah. Well, they got to tap a planes. Yeah, there you go. Okay, they can click. We tap click. We can auto yield to opposition. They're free to click. I mean, they kind of need to just click themselves, right? Okay, swords on braids. Okay. That is a good start. Still have Portal going. I've got 2 Elspeths left in my deck, so I can probably draw into them to get the lock. I mean, they're going to click me. They... can't tell. Oh, I think it's me. Let's tap that down. So they do get to take my smokestack. I can shuffle with the Catacombs, because I think smokestack would be a good draw. I think... Oh, they don't take it. Really? Seems like they'd want to take smokestack. Urborg. Okay. Guess... I feel like there's some value in shuffling here. I mean, like thinning my deck out a little bit. Like, I want to draw into my Elspeths quickly. Ooh, got a hymn. That's certainly good. Not should help. Getting in land tax. 2, 3, 4, smokestack. Play flats and pass. Okay, just gonna tap a bunch of lands down. And I'll tap down their click. Getting combat. Oops, should just do we FOF? Okay, I don't think I FOF. Never mind. Shouldn't have sacked that. So let me put a counter on smokestack. I want to sacrifice first. So let's go like this. Homage. Yeah, I should be sacking. Okay, there's the Elspeth. That'll do it. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the video, speed this up for you guys. Okay. My turn. We can just sacrifice our portal. Homage. Add another counter. 3, 7, 10. It's lethal. Okay. So I'm on 10 minutes on the clock. They have Crucible. That felt like it wasn't game 1. That was such a long game. Oh yeah, that balance that they had, that was pretty sick. I mean, Crucible, balance, we didn't see a strip mine, and they did show a lot of cards. So some Angels, they have a Metamorph, Revelark, that gets back Metamorph. They probably have some other things like Reflector Mage or Moldrifter, Cloudscape. Sphinx's Rev, I mean, no Ashiok. Interesting deck. Leyline. I think it stops Ashiok. Sorta. I'd have to read Ashiok, I can't remember what it does. It might just fully counter Ashiok. Declaration, no. Nothing on my board looks good. The main deck looks pretty good. Yep. Alright. Let's run it back. Try to play a little bit faster. It took 15 minutes for that game. I mean, these could end up being long games, but I mean, these are going to be long games with a lot of difficult decisions. Like playing around balance is pretty tough. Okay, easy mulligan. Easy keep. Easy keep, I think. Yeah. Still on opponent's upkeep, just reminding them of what just occurred. Braids. I think I keep Braids. Braids is just so good with the rest of my hand. Like, I don't have the 4th land, and so this might stall me a turn, but with Bitter Blossom Ophiomancer, Braids just seems so insane. going Bitter Blossom, Ophiomancer, and then more likely that I hit my Factor Fiction if I put it on the bottom. But I think Braids could just be so insane here that I have to keep it. I do have like 12 sources of black in the deck, so it's pretty likely that I can actually hit the second black. Strip mine. Okay. Changed my mind. Changed my mind. Do not want Braids on top anymore. I want to draw land as quickly as possible. I mean, I guess I could have predicted they'd have Strip Mine in their deck, but that was pretty sick. That's a problem. This Braids. It's so punishing. I don't think I could just play around Strip Mine there, but now that I'm 100% sure they have Strip Mine, I don't know, would I make the same play? Maybe not. Maybe not. Definitely wasn't considering them being able to destroy my lands there. Oh, wow, and a disenchant? And then they untap? Okay. Well, this Braids is going to be pretty punishing if I don't draw land. Well, tutor. Still, though, having that Braids kind of sucks. What do we want? Obviously, a land is good. We could just get a Watery Grave. Watery Grave sounds really good. Yeah, let's go for Watery Grave. I mean, I guess if they also have Wasteland, I mean, hope they don't go Land Crucible. If they miss another turn and then I play a land, I might just lock them out with Braids. They missed. Give me land. I got it. This could be it. Haven't seen any counters yet. And not much cheap removal either. Maybe a Swords. Alright, it's on the stack. I think we got this. I mean, pretty punishing if they had a Crucible in hand for them to miss those drops. That must be really tilting. I'd be pretty frustrated if I were them. Looks like this will do it. Lose the Swamp, play the Ophiomancer. Oh, Vindicate. Well, we don't need Vindicate. They're losing their last land anyway. Braids getting it done. It's a scary card. Looks like opponent might make me play it out, but I think they don't want to sit there conceding. They made me play out the other game, so maybe they just don't concede. But this looks pretty bad for them, I'd say. Let's play Factor Fiction. Just show them that I mean business. I mean, if they want to sit here arranging Factor Fiction piles, like, instead of going on and doing another cube draft, like, good for them. But hey, looks like we're about to 3-0 this cube draft that started really poorly. But we do have a couple winners, like Braids obviously, just crushed it this game, and I think there was another game where Braids was really good with Ophiomancer. The Demonic Tutor was also amazing. Like, just being able to grab a land at some points was really key. The Yogwill really overperformed. There were two great Yogwills that we had, and if this game wasn't basically over already, then I think what does opponent do here? They're thinking, they're planning. Like, I don't know. I don't have the willpower to play through games like these. I just can't do it. Yeah, let's take the big pile. Sure, why not? I guess opponent's hoping for like planes and a Swords, but that's just not going to be good enough. There might be a perfect hand that they'd be close to coming back with, but not considering the actual hand that I have. Let's go Strix, Nighthawk. I mean, they could go Mox Balance. Oh, okay, okay, now I see what's going on. Ooh, Maggot. In case they have balance already. Oh, they have balance. And they have swords. Wow, and Toxic Deluge. If they had like Mox Land they could balance, but I think I just take the swords. Because they're like they don't have a land or a Mox in their hand currently, so that means that they have to draw consecutive draws land Mox, and we didn't see a Mox game 1, so it's pretty unlikely. So I feel like swords is just the better pick. Like if we give them the swords, they could swords the Maggot, get back the balance. Where are we at? 4, 5, 6, so we can't quite lethal them here. We can attack for 7. They might concede this turn, because if they don't draw land, then they don't have any outs. Look, they didn't draw land or Mox. Let's see if they're talking to me. Well, Black-White Disruption tokens is just about my favorite deck in Cube. I can't say it's just the most powerful, but I love drafting it. I love the games. Good game, I guess. Oh. Alright, so that's it. Took the draft down. Hope you had a good time watching, and I will see you guys next time.